saddle. The fourth saddle contains the lamb chop or the lamb rack and the lamb shoulder. The lamb shoulder commonly is used to make stews. I think what we might do is make a lamb curry with the shoulder. So again, basic stewing method. Here we have the lamb rack, and if you recall yesterday, we made noisettes de porc, okay? Pork noisettes. What we do with the loin here is we also make noisettes of lamb. Probably $30 to $40 a plate for a good USDA choice piece of lamb for the small noisettes. Wow. Then we have the unsplit legs here, and I'm just looking at them. This was a little chunky, chunky leg on this lamb. So what we're going to do is we're going to split the shoulder and the rack, and we're going to split the loin off of the legs, and then we'll talk about how to properly break this down a little bit. When we do look inside again, I think we can more easily see the skirt, or what's it called? Diaphragm. Skirt or the diaphragm.
They pull the leg back and can hold it with a tendon like this?
Yeah, and if you see also, here's the Achilles tendon. You know, years ago, this is an older lamb. This is not a baby lamb. This is an older lamb. And I want to say also, this is an American lamb. It's much larger than New Zealand or Australian lamb. A lot of times in transport, what they will do is just make a little incision, pull this tendon out, and tuck the front leg in and under. Also, what we might do, and what I used to do in my place, is I used to take and hang this from my battery and then take either my handsaw or my cleaver and cut it right down the middle. I didn't have the luxury back then of a bandsaw. Okay, so to remove and cut the shoulder from the chop, we count 1, 2, 3, 4 ribs, and between the 4th rib, we make our incision. Now, one thing we're going to have to be careful of, we're going to just mark and make a guideline, but right here is the shoulder blade, so we're going to actually have to cut through the shoulder blade, and we're going to have to cut through the breastplate with our handsaw. So let me count on the other side also. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll make my incision there. And again, this is just a guideline, sort of a dotted line. I'm going to cut through the breastplate and come down, and here I'm going to cut through the shoulder blade and the spine.
Can you eat lamb ribs?
There's not a lot of meat on them. Can you? Yes. But there's not a lot of meat. Now what we're going to see here, just like in the beef rib, remember in the beef rib we have a small piece of the shoulder blade that remains in the rib. So here we have that small piece of shoulder blade, and you can see the larger piece of shoulder blade that's in the shoulder. What we can also see is that lamb chop. We can sort of see the start of our lamb chops right here, and when we turn it over, you can see nice chops right there. Nice. Okay. So this is now the shoulder, lamb shoulder, unsplit, lamb rack, unsplit. And now we're going to split the loin from the rear legs. And what we want to do is come down and look where the H-bone and the hip bones come down to the V, and we're going to make our incision right here. Let's take off this flank to make it a little easier.
Is that a male or a female?
Oh, that's good. That's good. Because I'm not going to call it like that. You're right.
we can take this, take the fat cap off, take out the diaphragm, and then we can take that and use that and grill it really fast. You can use it for an hors d'oeuvre, or you can use it for some sort of appetizer. Now we're going to take and we're going to remove the loin proper right here. And you can see the 13th rib here and the 13th rib here. The loin from the unsplit rear legs. That's exactly what I cut through. So now I have the loin, and we have the rear legs.
Would that also be known as a shank?
Stop for a second.